So for the last few weeks, you guys have been going over SSRS reports. Um, I have told Lima as well as anybody else that we're not going to really drill too hard into this and go too deep into it. We're probably rounding the end of it. Um, I know some of you guys may feel like, man, I don't understand it. I don't. Let me explain something to you. This course, you're not going to understand everything and not have to study. It's just, it's not cut out like that. Not only that, when you get done, you're not going to have this euphoric feeling of, oh my God, I'm so confident. I know everything about IT. You're not going to feel that way, even after you're finished with this course. What you're going to understand is what we taught you. And that's really just about it, man. It's nothing else that you guys need to be all worried about as far as learning, what you need to do in this course, right? So let's close some of this stuff. The main thing I want you guys to really be cognizant of, and what you're going to be messing with a lot of, is matrices and um, tables. Those are the main ones, right? So the table obviously holds data. Let me just open up do interactive sorting, but that's a matrix. All right. So, for example, this is a table right here. This is a matrix. These are matrices. Matrices, however you pronounce it. And let's just go ahead and preview this to see what it does. And so, as you can see, it has interactive sorting set up. In the way you set that up, let me see, which column was it? Region ID is the column I was using. So, how did I have it set up? So that's this visibility. How did I set up that interactive sorting? Okay. Well, apparently, sorting. Dang. Wonder how I got the sorting up here. I put it on there. Let me see. I think I do it by this amount too, sales amount. You go over here to properties. Okay, so I'm a bit rusty and I haven't touched this in a while. Which one is it? So that's not that. This is a whack, man. So anyway, an interactive sorting, understood, Felicia. Interactive sorting goes with just really adding this column here, selecting the column, and then it's sorted. That's how you do it. Right? Um, so let me just go ahead and do it over. Because what we're not gonna do is try to sit up here and figure out why it's not working. We're just gonna do another one. So we're gonna do table. We're gonna get rid of this one, right? We're just gonna grab this data. Oh man. All right. So now that we I'm sorry. Now that we have um now that we have everything set up, let's go ahead and let's go to preview. All right, and as you can see, this is the data straight up. I didn't format this right here, obviously, but you guys, if you just come in here and play with the data, I mean, you guys can clearly, let me get this out the way. This thing won't let me see nothing. I can't see stuff. Let me see. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, so there we go. Like, and then of course you can change your colors. Um, background color here. So, if you want to do more colors, you always come here. I'll grab this one, click OK. There we go. So as you can see, I formatted the data. The column itself, obviously, we want to text box properties, interactive sorting, and that is where I messed up at. So on the last one, let me Control Z all the way back, make it easy. So if you go here, it's text box properties. In order to get the text box property, you just select that one box at the bottom, right? So then you come down here to interactive sort. Oh, it's not there. This is wild, man. You see. You see something. Oh, wait a minute. It's okay. Okay. Go back. So it's doing it by column. We don't want to do that, obviously. So we'll get rid of that. That way that'll be gone. I have it formatted. I'm wondering why column visibility. Okay. Well, let's go back to where we were. It won't let me. All right. So we'll get rid of this one again. Do it all the way over. I'm not going to do any formatting because we already know how to do that. Just covered that. All right. Let's move this up here. All right. So sorting, add, region ID. Let's click OK. Let's see what happens. Still not. Wait a minute. Still not sorting. What the heck did I do? I hate to go look this stuff up from my own videos that I recorded. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do. And this good because you guys see them. I don't care how much you've been doing this. Anybody, you can forget anything, man. And you have to go look stuff up, you know. So this is actually probably one of the best skills you're gonna ever learn is how to find information when you need it. If you can't do that, then obviously you're gonna be stuck in a lot of cases and scenarios where you'll be trying to format stuff and do stuff and you just can't get it right. And so a lot of that comes with the territory of just learning how to filter data and get it the way you want it to look, right? So let's go ahead here. So we're gonna go over here to we'll bring this over here for y'all. So we're gonna go straight to SSRS. And I'm gonna see why I did that report. And I know I did an interactive sorting. Did I? Yeah, there we go. 2 minutes. Let's see what I did.
Okay, guys, so in this video, we will be covering interactive sorting, which is basically saying that you can sort and interact with certain values, or should I say columns, within your results for your tables. So in order to do this and turn this on as such, what we want to do here, guys, we're going to come here. We want to talk about just selecting the column heading. And when you do that, you go to text box properties, interactive sorting, enable, and you just select the actual group. Now,
I cannot believe that's all I had to do.
it's a group right here. Just take the key that when you select department as the group, departments is a group, department is, it will automatically sort by department. If you come here and you do interactive sorting, it's going to be detail at the detail level. So if we come here, notice it's detail rows instead of group because it's not a group. And what that will do is automatically it will sort by last name.
All right, so obviously I was close, but no cigar because I don't have a group. So let's add a group. Add group, parent group. Region. Okay, here we go. So click on the header. Region. Go, click OK. Now, there we go. So that was how you set up interactive sorting. I just, for some reason, where I was messing up at is I was doing this and trying to go there. It just, that wasn't it. So in order to get there, you have to actually select the actual heading itself. Um, but I tell you what, guys, to ensure that you guys are really learning, tonight I'm gonna come to you guys and I want y'all to do what I tell you. All right. So let's have some fun. Let's go and look at let's see who's here. Let's see who we got. All right. So let's go with Derek. You there? Derek? Derek? Okay. Derek's not here. Brandon?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Who is that, Derek?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
I'm actually on my Samsung Chromebook. I don't have my computer that
Okay,
got all my
okay,
software
okay.
and stuff
All
up
right.
on it.
All right, all right. So Brandon, are you there? Brandon?
So I had to apologize. I'm actually still at my day job.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Brian.
Yeah, I'm here. So you may have to skip me.
Hey, Brian. Say it again.
I'm here. You may have to skip me. I want to hear the last class.
Okay, Hester.
And catch up
Hester.
too.
Do you have the software installed? We're gonna walk through it. I need somebody to, even if you haven't been here, guys.
I got
That's
report.
not what I'm trying to get you to do. I just need to make sure you got. Do you have the software? If you
I
do,
got
we can work together.
got report builder.
Okay, we can start there. Let's go. Share your screen. Because the principles are pretty much the same. Create your data source, right? So go ahead and open up a report builder. It's already at the bottom down there next to your Chrome browser. Right there. There you go. All right. Now, you got a new report. You don't want to use the wizard, so you just close this. Now, right click on data source. Add data source. There you go. All right. So, shared data source. I don't really see one. You don't really have one. And we're not using SQL Server data tools because that would actually show on the right side. Now, I don't really know if I could do that. Let's go to view at the very top. Cancel this and go to view at the top. Let's see what you got. Properties, parameters, report data, grouping. Yeah, it's not allowing you to show. But that's cool. We'll just go ahead and create a regular report. Right click on data sources again. It's going to be embedded this time. Embedded. Before I move forward, what is it? Before we move forward, what's an embedded data source, guys?
A local, um, a local database.
A local data set,
A local.
data source. Data source. That data source could be an Excel spreadsheet. It doesn't necessarily have to be a database. All right. And when you say local, that could be local to the laptop.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
You have a
that's correct.
connection string. When you say local, that in tech could mean something different, because when I say local, I have a local instance of SQL Server installed on my computer. But if I enter the credentials to connect to your server, is it local? No, it's not. So what you want to do is you want to say it is a data source that can be utilized by other reports. That's probably the best definition of it. That way they understand that you're not saying local, because when you say local, that's tech jargon. That's teaching. That's saying, okay, local. Like, what's local to my computer, right? All right. So go ahead and hit build. Do you have a local instance installed? No, that ain't. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have clicked that. That's gonna take a while. So you want to whatever? Do you have a local instance of SQL Server Express installed? Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so when this stops, which I don't know how long it's gonna take, because now it's trying to see whatever you've ever connected to, and it's nothing's gonna come up. And so what you want to do is you want to, when this gets done, which I hope it don't take too long. There we go. Now you're gonna put dot slash the other way.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Dot slash SQL Express. All right, select database down there. You should see AdventureWorks 2012. Just click the drop down. There you go. Click OK. Click OK again. Now, open it up again.
Right click.
You see, yeah, just double click it. Yeah, it'll open
Oh,
up.
double click.
Okay, data set property. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. Test connection. See what happens.
Okay.
Okay, click OK. All right, click OK. All right, now right click on data sets. This will more than likely be, ain't no more than likely, it's gonna be a share. Go ahead, add data set. It's gonna be a embedded data set. So you're gonna click embedded, not shared, because you don't have one. All right, now data source, just click the drop down. All right. Now you're gonna type select star from dbo.staff.
In the query,
Yes, sir.
select. Well, it was select star. I'm sorry.
From dbo.staff. Click OK. And there you go. That's your data set. All right. Now go over to the right over there and click, and instead of adding title, just right click inside the actual middle body of it. Right click, and the table should come up as an option. Insert table. There you go. Now what do?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm
You
playing
drag
games.
your columns. Drag your columns in there.
Oh,
To the okay, go to the left. There you go. You got your column. Grab one, drag it over there. Drop it inside. Nope, nope, nope. You got to put it inside there. Control Z. Press Control and Z. First, click off of it first. Click on, yeah. Now do Control. There you go. Now grab it and put it inside there. Let it go. Bam. Do that again. Go ahead and fill up all them columns. It's not that hard, guys. This is not that difficult. Is this something y'all gonna forget? It's pretty easy, ain't it? Don't worry about it. If you add it, it'll space out itself. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Just
okay.
yeah. If you'd have kept adding columns, it would have kept pushing to the right. Oh man. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hello? Hey guys, hold on one second. All right, guys. Give me 1 second. I gotta send somebody some information. And y'all gotta excuse me today, man. I'm just sick. So just ain't got no energy. Hold on. All right. Give me 1 second, man. I gotta send somebody some information. All right. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Where's God dang, man. Copy. There we go. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Hold on. Ah, man. All right, guys. All right. So first things first. Okay, you did that. Okay, did you finish? You finished? Yeah, you got to keep going. Control Z. There you go. All right, now just go ahead and preview it right quick. Go back to home up at the very top over there at the top. Go home and run. So what you're doing right now is you're running that same query like you would have ran it in the SQL Server Management Studio.
Okay.
Right? Remember, guys, when I told y'all, I said, look, man, all you gotta do is learn how to select star from and where, and you pretty much can run a lot of different reports and do whatever the rest of the stuff you gotta do in this class. You may play with little data and do little things, but this is pretty much ultimately the gist of this damn application. Go ahead and go back over there to design. Okay, so hold on 1 second. All right, now, so once you do that, then you could go ahead and play with little stuff. Like click up there on ID.
I'm sorry.
On the
I'm looking.
table. On the table.
Ah,
On the table you made.
oh, sorry.
On the table. Now, see the box to the far left? Click that box. It'll grab all your columns. Just click to the left. Go to the left. Go to the left. Click that. It'll select everything. There you go. Now, up top, you see where it says bold. Click the bold like you would up top. This is a Windows application, so obviously, boom, you made it bold. Now you want to change. Let's change the color. Just like you would in Microsoft Word, right? Change it to red. There you go. All right, you want to do a background. Let me see. I don't know how to get to the background. That's font. That's font size, I think. I'm trying to see where the damn color at. Yeah, it's not letting me. And I got to get used to this. I really don't change this type of stuff in here. Don't sweat it though, because at the end of the day, ultimately, you guys don't necessarily need to know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because usually when you're working within a organization, they already have what's called a template, right? And what a template is when you created this, opening this thing up, the way it's set up, it's already ready for you to go. And it might have a company header on there. It might have all types of different things. Those are called templates. So you want to make sure that you got everything set up and ready to go for that. All right. So I'm gonna come back to myself right quick because what I'm gonna do is I got a question. I don't know if you guys have seen this, so I'm gonna ask y'all. Have y'all seen a tab report yet?
I haven't.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. So let me show y'all what a tab report is. So as you can see, this is top 5 staff by department. If I click here, notice the mouse is ready to click. I click, it goes to a different department. I click toys, it goes to a different department. I click electronics, different department, clothing, different department. So we have 5 different departments, as you guys can see. And every time I click on one, the colors change, as you can see, right? So the way this is set up, every time I select one, you can see it got this little outline around it like it's been highlighted. I click this one, it's outlined like it's been highlighted. Same right here, same right here, same right here. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to, this is what's called the tab report. This is going to teach you certain skills in developing these reports. First things first. This right here is a header, right? And you can see that because this is separated. It's a section. This section is separated from the rest of the report. If I go here, see that now it's spaced out a little bit because I pulled it down. See what I'm saying? If I pull it back, tight, come back, now it's closer. See what I'm saying? That's first thing. You right here, this right here is called the rectangle. So if I right click, insert rectangle, that's what it is. That's what this is right here. Then obviously, once you get this set up, you can come in here and do little things, whatever you want to say in there, different stuff like that. Type it in there, or I could just come and just type it straight out, right? Once you got it selected, you can also come here and change colors, background color, right? So I can change this to green and apply. There we go, right? So that's first thing. Now you don't have a footer down here. All right. Now we already know what data set we're using. This is, off at VentureWorks 2012. This is a data source. We're using a shared data source, which once again, shared means all these reports can access it, right? And so when you talk about a shared data source that allows you to be able to create a bunch of different reports, that can be easily accessed down here, and you can see all of the data sets that generate this data I'm about to explain. All right. First things first, let's look at the very first one. Notice this is, hey, when this is selected, pull this right here. Well, what is this? Well, since I got this selected right here, let's go to properties. Oh, it's pulling from the auto data set. Y'all see that? That's what auto DS is over here. That's what this is. So what I'm doing is this table. Remember, each table is basically kind of just say hard coded to a certain data set, right? So if you put a table, if I put 5 tables in here with 5 different data sets, it's gonna pull 5 different versions of the data. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Who doesn't understand what I just said?
Said,
Oh,
uh,
go
what's up?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You said if you have 5 different data sets and 5 different tables, that it's gonna have 5 different versions.
Yeah, because okay, so I got this table selected. I'm gonna go to properties. Right now it's saying data set name, auto underscore DS. I could have grabbed any one of these data sets. See there?
Right.
But I grabbed auto data set because if you look over here, this is where auto is selected.
Right.
This is yet again another rectangle. See there? Rectangle properties. This,
So you chose one date. You chose one data set, and now each
yeah. And
those.
so what I'm
Okay.
gonna do
Okay.
is, all right. And then let's say I come right here.
Mhm.
We click here. And I'm gonna go to properties. Look what it says. Before we go to this data set right here, I want to add a page break before.
Mhm.
And I want to keep the contents on one page if possible. So when I click this, you only gonna see auto. When I click this, you only gonna see sport. If I come right, see
Okay.
right here, I do
Got it.
add page break before. So when I click this right here, you're only gonna see toys because it's a page break. It's breaking right here and it's breaking right here. What that does, that allows me to be able to click on something and it looks like it's just changing over to that particular one. But what's really going on is it's a page break. It pulls all 5 of them every time. But I have to click on it to show them. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what it is. Yeah.
So if I go back over here, I look at sports. This is
It's 5 different
orange, right?
versions, but it make it look like it's just one to the viewer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, sport is orange. That's what it's doing. And if you go over here, I got that page break. It broke. So all I'm seeing is this one.
Yeah.
I don't see auto. Right? Well,
Right.
if you toys got a page break. So all I see is this one.
Got it.
Electronics got a page break. And clothing got a page break. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they don't render. All right. Now, these are what's called text boxes. You can right click right here, insert text box. And that's how that came in there. Right? I'm just showing y'all how to build and reverse engineer this type of stuff. It ain't that hard. Right? Don't get now. Listen, first thing I want you guys to remember, you don't have to memorize this. I just need you to understand how I did it and what I did, and to be able to say it if you have to. Right? All right. So once you do this here, you got this. Now all of a sudden, let's click on this one. Go to properties over here. This is toys data set. So it's going to pull the data from the data set that's called toy. Now I tell you what. Let's look at these data sets. Look at there. Go get me all the data, top 5 from DBO.staff where department is equal toys in order by salary descending. There you go. So that's what each and every last one of these are. The other one's auto. Right? So you guys already know how to do all this. It's just certain small bells and whistles that separate everything out. The rectangle is for design purposes a lot of times, but you could put a page break in it before or after, and what it'll do is it'll separate everything out for you, like you just saw mine do. Right? This is what's called a tab report. So it really just looks like you got a bunch of hyperlinks at the top, and you click it. Right? All right. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Can somebody tell me the difference between a drill through and a drill down? Not all at once, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the drill through we'll look at first. Let's look at a drill through. And this is an interview question, by the way. So you definitely need to understand what you're looking at, or you just you hurting yourself. So if I do this and I click view report, it doesn't bring anything back, because what this is doing is coming in based on a date. So let me click this. All right. So let me show y'all something. So this is a table. It's just got one column in it called start date. And whatever date I select is ready to go. If I click this one, it'll pull some data back. What you're looking at over here is this report. So in other words, the drill through, what it does is you select a column, you click on it, or not a column, you select a text box or a field, if you will, in a report. And what it does is it passes over the parameters that you selected and runs another report. It's called a drill through. Do y'all understand what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Who does it? Okay,
I have to
okay.
go over that again.
Okay, no problem. So let's look at what how this is generated first. Let's look at it. Data set 1, select start from dbo.staff. Y'all see that, right? Real quick and easy. So that's what's pulling this information here. All we did was grab start date, and we put it over here in a table by itself. I mean, I literally just just start like this, right click, table, right? I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't want this. Delete. Now I just grab start date. Bam. Same thing. So if I run this one ain't got no, see that? This one is prepared to do something if I put my mouse on it. This one don't do nothing. So do you guys see how we generated the data so far? How the data is being generated so far? Y'all see that?
Yep.
All right. Now, how do I make this move or do something when you click on it? Right click, text box properties, action. Go to report, and I select the report that I want to go to, right? So I say drill through with dates. I click OK. Now when I go over here and click this, now if I click, it'll move. It'll go somewhere. It'll go and run this report here. This report needs a date. Why? Because if you come here, it's saying, hey, go get all the data from the table where the date is equal to whatever date it gets passed in. The date that's going to get passed in over here is coming when I click on it. So if I click on the 7th of October, 2012, something's wrong. Okay. So I did something wrong. Happened. Oh, I didn't pass the parameter in. No wonder. Action. So it did that, but I ain't add no parameter. You got to add the parameter. And that'll be start date. Right? Value is start date. There you go. Now it'll move. So when I go here, now when I click it, it'll automatically pass it over there and run it. Do y'all see what it's doing? It's going and running this report. I'm going to close it. I'm going to close every report. So I want you guys to see what I just did. I'm going to close this whole thing. I'm going to delete it. Now let's do this over. All right? So first thing I want you guys to pay attention to is drill through and drill through with dates. Now, drill through with dates, what does it do? It takes a date, and based on whatever that date, because that's what the parameter is. See, it's a parameter. It takes that date information right here, right? It takes the date information, and what it does is it filters from dbo.staff. You guys get what I'm talking about so far? This is the drill through with dates report. This is the report that you're going to call from the drill through report. Drill through, if I click right here and go to text box properties and go to action, it's already set up. Go to report. It means, hey, whenever somebody click in this field, this is what I want you to do. Go to the report called drill through with dates and pass in the date that you just selected as a parameter. Y'all see that? Take in mind, now the other report is closed. Drill through with dates is closed. So what this is saying or alerting you to say, hey, when you come here and you select this start date, the action that I want you to take is go to another report called drill through. See, this is a whole, I could have grabbed any report. It is going to pass start date as a parameter. And that's it. And what happens when you do that? Goes and filters the others is drill through with dates, but is rendering inside of drill through. That's called, because it's called a drill through. You're drilling through to another report. Do y'all understand that part so far?
Yes.
Y'all got that?
I get that part.
Okay. So if you got drill through, drill down is very simple. Because when you look at it, you go, oh, I see this instantly. So drill through takes you to another report, like another hyperlink. Y'all might be too young to know what a hyperlink is. But a hyperlink is just a fancy way of saying a link on a web. Like, for example, a link on a website, right? If I click this, that's a link on a website. It went to my email, but you get what I'm saying, right? So when you talk about a drill down, it's really just drilling down on what you got all the way down. So let's go and let's do this here. See there? So I got regions set up. So if I want to click on West, I could get down to a more granular level, or what they call, what the real tech jargon is, a detail level.
Lima went over that. Yeah, it's just basically expanding the information.
Exactly. So this information is hidden until I select it. Then it comes out. See there? It's hidden till I click the button.
So basically, the drill through it's both relatable, but it's just linking you to newer data that's still relatable to the previous data, which a drill down is just the same data, just in greater detail.
Well, close. So the drill down goes into more detail.
Right.
So you can take the United States, then you can go to Alabama.
Right.
Then you can go Montgomery, Birmingham.
Right.
Yeah,
But
then
a
you can
drill
go
through would be
Ridgecrest, neighborhoods. Yeah. Whereas when you go with a drill through, it's literally
it's Alabama to Kansas or Arkansas.
Technically, yes,
Got
it'll
you.
jump to another report.
Right. So it's
Well,
not. It relates because it's neighbor state, but a drill down would say the state, the city, the county, the street.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. That's how I got it.
Yeah. So you're looking at each state as if it's its own report. I get you. So what you want to do when you say drill through, you just drill through to another state or a drill through to another report. And you pass parameters. And that's it. What do you mean pass parameters? Whenever I select in the initial report will be passed as a parameter into the other report. And that's what it'll run, right? Now, why would you do that? A drill through versus a drill down, that's the number one question they're going to ask you when you go on an interview for SSRS. Or just about most data analytics jobs, they're going to ask you about drill through and drill down. So that's something you really need to know, how to drill through versus what is a drill through versus a drill down. Now, the way you set up the drill down has a lot to do. Has a lot to do with how this is set up right here. Region, so it's split up by region. And then you get the details under the region. That's all it is. When you come over here, that's exactly what this is split up as. By region. Now, I got this here by, let me see, add total. And that added this right here, the sum. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, bro. I'm under the weather. But anyway, what you want to do is when you come here, if you want to get a total right here, right? You take grand group total and you sum it up by when you grab this, right click, you'll see this right here, add total. What that does is that squeezes that total down in there. Then you might want to grab the whole total for the whole thing. Do it again, add total, and that gave you the grand total. That's how that worked. That's it, man. That's all there is to it. And I did group total because I summed it for the group. Grand total because I summed it for the whole entire report. So that's what this is. You can click on this one. It did it, but I just didn't give it a label. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's a drill down. The deeper you want to go, let me see if I can find. There's another one I did. Where's that other drill down? Or is it grouping? I don't see it. I built a lot of reports. Store procedure with Favorable. Multi-group drill down. There we go. All right. Yet another one. Look at there. Look at how it's drilling down at the bottom down there. Y'all see that? So you have the body, then you have organs, and then you have cells, and then you have organelles, and then you have the details, right? So let's go ahead and run this. Let me show y'all what's going on. If I preview this, what's going on? Definition. Get rid of this one. What's going on? Let's see. There we go. All right. So you got the male body and the female body. We old school. We don't believe in all that other stuff, right? But we got the male and the female body, right? And so let's click on male body. Okay, well, you got your lungs and you got your mouth, right? Well, what type of cells? Oh, alveoli are the types of cells, or they're part of, I don't know if I forgot. Now we talking about some human anatomy and physiologies from way back in the day. But as you can see, alveoli is part of the lungs. You got an organelle, cell membranes, and lysosomes. You know what I'm saying? And right here, let's go with mouth. You got the squamous cells that are inside. Those are the cells inside your mouth, like on the side and stuff. And you got Golgi bodies. These are just organelles that are inside of the actual cell itself, right? And then if you click that, it gives you the detail, which, hey, is made of protein. And if you keep going subatomic, it's a quark, supposedly. But these are just, as you can see, that's the detail level that's popping in over there to the right. So all I did in order to set this drill down up was toggle the visibility, right? So organ, text box properties, visibility. Well, it's saying show. Wait a minute. Which one is it? Hold on, man. Hold on. Something up. That's okay. Because we got all the data right here. So why stress it? I go ahead and play that so you guys can see it. Oops, sorry. It's called multi-group drill down. Dude. Drill down. There you go. Let's get it.
All right, people. So we just learned how to do a drill down, but what if there are more than one group? And what if we want to drill them down even further? So, for example, let's say you have region, or for example, you have body, right? A body has organs, body and organs have cells, and cells have organelles, and organelles are made up of molecules, which are made up of atoms, which are made up of quarks, and so forth and so on. That being said, we need to know how to break down the body. So we'll click here. Okay, you have lungs, which have alveoli, which have ribosomes, which is a member of the cell, and then you have carbohydrate. I know. I just made up something. This is made up data. All right, you have mouth, squamous cells, these type of cells that are in your mouth. You have a potassium pump, which is inside of the cell membrane. Anyway, and then you have oxygen. So as you can see, this breaks down. Now, oxygen, although it's an element, can be, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, you have lungs, alveoli, once again. You have cell membrane, which is the basically the phospholipid barrier of the cell itself, and then of course phospholipid, right? Lysosomes, I just put gold, just out, right? Just making up stuff. So mouth, squamous, Golgi bodies, protein. This is just some old data, old things that I wanted to use that I hadn't used in a long time. Words I learned when I was in school, in high school. So that being said, these are all separate groups. Organ is a group, cell is a group, body's actually a group, organelle is the group, and so forth and so on. So first things first, what we will do is we need to go and look at the body right here. All right, let's open it up. So this is body right here. It's a group. Go to group properties. Of course, it's grouped on body. Visibility, it just says show. All right. There's nothing spectacular about that one. All right, then we're going to go here. And this is another group. Now, guys, notice when you see all these groups staggered like this is a child group of the parent group, which is above it, which the parent of body would be, the parent of organ would be body, right? Now, we're going to go to organ. We're going to look at group properties. And what you will see right here in visibility is grouped on organ. And in visibility, it says hide, group by body 2. I had another table that I had used. So that's why all of them have 2 or whatever. You'll see in a second. But at any rate, we're going to click hide instead of show. And we're going to toggle it based on the clicking of body 2. All right. Then we're going to have cell. Notice it went and highlighted this. Cell, we're going to go to properties, which is a child of organ. And we're going to go to visibility, and it's going to toggle based on its parent, which is organ, right? Then we're going to click here to organelle, which is a child of cell. We're going to go here, and we're going to go to visibility, and we're going to toggle it based on its parent, which is cell. Now we're going to get to detail. Now, the only detail column we have here, and notice you see these dotted lines, these separate the groups from columns. So these are all just groups. And the data that dictates or makes up the group will be displayed under these groups. But this is the detailed data over here to the right. So if I wanted to come here and add something, I don't know, maybe subatomic particle, let's try this. Let's add this, right? So we'll do that. So let's go now. First, let's look at detail. So detail is nothing different about detail. So we go to visibility, and it'll be toggled based on its parent, which would be organelle. So I'll cancel here. Let's go and look at it, see what it does. So we have female, lungs, cell, alveoli, ribosomes,
And these are the details that came out at the same time. Now, if I'd have made molecule an actual group, then subatomic particle would be the detail. But at any rate, they came out at the same time. So that's how this
Guys, that's pretty much it on that one. I mean, it ain't much more.
works.
God dang, how you get up out of here? Hold on. There we go. So, as you can see, that's how that works, right there. It's not much to it. This is what's called a drill down, and of course, you had different levels of drill it down through groups. So tonight, what we went over was matrix. I mean, we hadn't went over matrix, but we went over drill downs, drill throughs, which is crucial, which I would have thought by now you guys had covered. We've covered tables. We did share. I talk about shared and embedded data sources, data sets, shared and embedded data sets. Last week, I remember going over different parameters that were cascading parameters. Somebody tell me how you make a cascading parameter right quick. Not everybody at one time. How do you make parameters that change based on the other parameter? All right. I'm going to have to go back and show y'all real quick. So, parameters cascading. All right, guys. So, this is the cat. Let me close these two here. All right. So, what I want you guys to pay attention to, these two parameters, department and job title, going to change. The job title going to change based on whatever department you select. Now, based on that, that's what's called a cascading parameter. Job title will cascade or change based on which department you select. So now, given that, how would I set this up? Somebody talk me through it. Okay, first things first, whenever you have a table, you're going to have a table that's your result set that's going to actually hold your data, right? You put the table out there, right? Are with me so far? So first, okay, the data that's going to come back is going to be based on what you select up here. Y'all understand that?
Yes,
Y'all
correct.
understand that?
Yes.
So the data that's going to
Yes,
come
we're
back
with you.
inside the table is going to be based on the two parameters that I select off the top right here. So what that means is select star from DBO.staff where department is in this list and job titles in that list, which means it allows multiple values. But for all intents and purposes, where it's equal this or equal that and equal that. So that's going to bring back, and notice it says and, not or. Let me go back. It doesn't say or, it says and. So this got to be true, as well as this has to be true in order for that data to be brought back. That is what's going to render your DS_staff, dataset_staff. Do y'all see that? Y'all understand that?
Yes, we're following you.
Okay. Once you do that, you're already there now. So now we got that. Let's go look at department. Department is just a list. That's all it is. See there? That's all department is. It's a list. That's it. And so, in order to get this to go like this, all you did was just select distinct department from DBO.staff and order by the first column, which is department. So it made it in alphabetical order. Do you guys understand how we got that?
Yes.
It's real simple. So now, this is what's called the DS department. If you go up here, remember this is a list that pops up. If I run this, it's a list. See there? Y'all notice something familiar? That's the same list that's over here. It's the same exact list. So that's what the report is pulling this from. It's getting this list from this data set right here, right? Job title, since it's cascading, it's saying, hey, go get me the distinct job titles from DBO staff, but it has to be based on the department that you select. That forces it to cascade right there. That forces it to change because whatever I select on the left side for department, the right side got to change up. Y'all see that?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Now, automatically, those are two parameters that's up here. And that's what you see in the report right here. Right? If I come here to the department and I go to available values, it's getting it from a query. Well, what query is it getting it from? It's getting it from this query right here that's at the bottom of that parameter, and that query returns this. That is how your report is pulling this data in when you run it over here. When you run this, it's getting that from that query. Y'all get that part right now? So that's what it's pulling. Right? Job title, same thing. Getting it from a query. Well, what query? From the query I just showed y'all that goes and pulls all of the job titles based on what you select as the user. That is how you build a cascading parameters. Do y'all understand what I just said? Can somebody repeat it to me?
I understand it. I don't know about repeating it though. I understand that you said
What is a cascading parameter?
cascading parameters basically. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's basically the information from one column being dependent on
The parameter,
another.
not information. The parameter from one parameter changes based on another.
Yeah.
Whichever one is selected, it changes the other parameter. That's called a cascading parameter. Right? Now, if I say, okay, walk me through creating a cascading parameter, you know what I would say? I would say, okay, I would have the main data set that is going to be displayed, and it'll be filtered based on the other two or however many filters that you have, so that the main data set within the report will be filtered through whatever you select. Right? That's first. Next, the main parameter that's not cascading, but is going to be cascaded from, is just select distinct or whatever, and that's it. And it's just, you'll have a list that appears. And that is what will be selected. When you select it, then you'll have another parameter. That other parameter will be looking at the main parameter. And based on what that main parameter is, that's what's going to be in the where clause. So it'll be select job title where department is equal to at department. That way it'll change based on that department.
For example, sub, a cascading parameter could be the main parameter is the state, and then it cascades to the capital. So like
the cities, yeah, exactly.
Right.
The
So
cities.
the capital of Alabama is Birmingham. But if you
Montgomery.
change the state to
Montgomery.
Texas, the capital changes as well.
You got to say Montgomery, brother. That's my hometown.
I was just using. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just using it for example.
You ain't being disrespectful, but you got to give us our respect, man.
I'm sorry, Montgomery. You right. You're right.
Hey, you got me.
Right. Don't bite my head off.
Killing me. You got me laughing, man.
But yeah, that would be an example of a cascading parameter, right? If the state changes,
Alabama, bro.
I'm sorry, man. My apologies, man.
I'm picking on you, man. Go ahead. Ask the question.
All right, so, but that would be like a good example, right? So if you change the main parameter, which is the state, it automatically changes the capital.
The cities, yeah, just say the city,
right?
Because you can have Birmingham, Atlanta. Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, Dothan, Huntsville. These are cities that are within the state of Alabama. Georgia, you got.
But if you change it to Florida, it would be like Sarasota,
Yeah,
Miami, it
Tampa.
wouldn't be the
Yeah.
same. You wouldn't get Montgomery in Florida, right?
Yeah,
I got
exactly. It'll change up.
I got you.
That's a cascading parameter. You've seen them before on websites. You just didn't pay attention to it. I'm just showing you how to do it in SSRS. All right?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I got it.
All right, now
I
look.
got it.
I got to go because I got some more work to do. And then I got to take my butt to sleep because I'm probably going to take off work tomorrow. That's what I think I'm feeling. I'm chilling down here shaking. So I'm probably
Feel
going to
better,
go.
man.
I
Feel
Yeah, I'm
better.
gonna lay
appreciate
down,
you
bro.
just taking the time out and just running it through with us anyway. Even
All
though
right,
we
man.
only got 100
I told y'all first day, I said I'm gonna show, damn it. That's what I'm
Definitely
gonna do.
appreciate it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I need my
you
two
show, I'm
guard.
gonna show. I ain't gonna let you down.
I need my
That's it.
two guard for the championship. I need you to show up. I need my two guard.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm here, man. Let me get some rest. God bless y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week, okay?
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Great night.
Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you.
Have a
Bye.
good
Feel
one.
better.
Everybody.
All right. Okay.
All right.
See
Peace,
y'all.
man.
All right.